This is gonna be my first video, hopefully fully in English. I'm gonna try, because I never speak English and I need to practice it. I read it all the time, I write it, I think in English most of the time because I love English, but I never speak it, so I'm pretty bad at it and I need to practice more, so here we go. By the way, my window is gonna be reflecting on my glasses this entire time. I'm not gonna take off my glasses because then I get dizzy. I don't like it, so you're just gonna have to live with this. I'm sorry. So, I saw Dan and Phil. By the time this video is posted, the tour is gonna be like about to end, I think. So, you know, it's basically over, but I'm still not gonna give any spoilers. I went to the second show in Tysons, Virginia at the Capital One Hall. This was on November 12th. I still think it's kind of crazy. Okay, so some context. If someone's watching this that's not Mariana, hi, what are you doing here? My friend and I made this channel to kind of make little videos for each other and tell each other stuff, because we don't get to see each other a lot because we're both really busy. And we both really enjoy filming and editing videos. And we were like, we never do it. We never edit videos. So we were like, we should just make videos for each other. And so that's how this channel was born. So hi, welcome. My name is, well, online I go by Nala. So I guess it's Nala, hi. And I'm from Mexico. And as you may or may not know, Dan and Phil did not come to Mexico. They were supposed to come when Interactive Introverts happened. And then the show got cancelled for some reason. I don't know what happened. I wasn't in the fandom back then. So this time they didn't even announce any dates in Latin America. And I was like, yeah, sure, okay. Like, I honestly wasn't expecting it to happen because most people don't come here. I don't know why. Whenever something comes here, like, it gets sold out completely, so I don't know why people don't come here more often. There are probably just a bunch of other stuff that I'm too dumb to understand, so yeah. So, how did this happen? They announced the tour and I was extremely happy for them. I'm really glad that they get to do this because they clearly enjoy it. So, okay, terrible influencer, it's happening because people really want some Dan and Phil right now. And I was like, that's so great for them. I'm really happy. And I was like, I already know they're not gonna come here. And then they announced all of the dates and I was like, yep. No Latin American tour dates whatsoever. So then I was like, obviously I'm not gonna go, right? But then I had lunch with my best friend one day. We never see each other, and the one time we saw each other, like they had just released the dates, and we saw that they were going to a theater that was 20 minutes away from my uncle's house in Tysons, Virginia. Which, by the way, I don't know why it said Tysons everywhere, because I don't think Tysons is the name of the city. Like, the name of the city is Fairfax, right? I think Tysons is just like a place in Fairfax. So I don't know. It should have said Fairfax in the posters and everything, but whatever. So I looked it up and I was like, it's really close to where they live. Oh my god, I could potentially do this, but I was like, no, that's crazy. And then I was talking to my best friend and he was like, you should do it, like, what are you doing? And I thought about it. The more I thought about it, the more perfect it became. Because, like, everything started to just, like, align perfectly. Okay, so the list of things that happened. I had some money saved up because I had the idea of maybe seeing BTS live when they came back from the military. I'm probably not gonna do that anymore. But yeah, so I have my uncle who lives near one of the venues that they were going to. I checked the dates and it was exactly on a week of university where we don't do anything. It's the week after exams and all of the teachers are just like checking work. So we don't have homework, we're not doing anything basically. So that was like the perfect date for me to skip a week of school. And the last thing is that I don't know if the venue is kind of small or if there are just a lot of fans near Fairfax, Virginia, but the date just sold out. So they actually announced a second date for that venue. So that was perfect, like everything was lining up. And so I did it. And it was great, like it was nice, it was very good. And I'll show a little bit of the journey here. So basically I took a bus to Ciudad de Mexico first, and then I spent the night there, and then I took a plane to Virginia. I did arrive at Ciudad de Mexico at like midnight, and I had to get up at 4 a.m. the next day in order to take my flight. So that was not fun. I'll probably make a second video showing you other places that I went to and stuff, because I think this video is already gonna be kind of long. I know there are like 4-hour videos here on YouTube, but I don't wanna do that right now. So, the day came. I was really excited, and I was also really nervous. Here you can see me, you know, doing my makeup, showing you my outfit. I got this outfit especially for the tour because I was seeing on Twitter that everyone was like just dressing up to the nines to go, and I was like, oh my gosh, I should get myself an outfit. And I think this falls in the category of the girlies and the goths. I got myself a dress, and I got myself a blouse so that I could put it under the dress because it was cold. It was November. And yeah, I got this silver VIP package because the golden VIP was a little bit out of my budget. I went in and it was great. Like, the people were great. Everyone was really nice. I got there pretty early because they were like, you have to get there I don't know how many hours before the event if you have the silver package. But honestly, like, time flew by. I had a great time. Like, everyone there was amazing. Just I don't know what else to say. There was one person who was asking everyone to sign their book. They had brought their copy of The Amazing Book Is Not on Fire with them, and so they were asking everyone to sign it, and it was really nice. I also talked to some people that were standing in line to get merch, and I was like, hey, I'm from Mexico. Like, that was my personality that day. That was just, I'm from Mexico. I don't have a name. My name is I'm from Mexico. And some people were telling me like, oh, well, you're in DC. You should check out the museums because they're all free, and you should walk around the mall. People were so nice, and I was really happy. So with the silver VIP package, you get this little, what is it, like a postcard? Yeah, let's call it a mini poster. I don't know. We also got this, which I don't know what this is called. This is a lanyard, right? But what is this? I don't know. But I love it. It's so nice. I think it's a really nice way of remembering the event. And we got one bracelet, one official friendship bracelet. We also got the tote bag. We also got a free bag of photo cards. I got in line to get some more photo cards, and my plan was to get photo cards, the patches for the jacket, but not the jacket because it was ridiculously expensive. It was extremely out of my budget. And the official friendship bracelets, but they were out of the friendship bracelets, and they told me that if I wanted to get the patches, I had to get the jacket, and I was like, okay, thanks. My plan B was to get a hat, and they were out of hats. Like, they only had posters and like apparel. I didn't want to get apparel, and I couldn't bring the poster. Like, how do you put a poster in a bag to carry it back to Mexico? I don't know. Actually, I kind of regret not getting the poster. Like, I could have found a way, right? But anyway, I got this. I'm happy with this. I don't care. By the way, I'm here from the editing cave. I actually used that money that I had saved up to buy the merch, and I commissioned a drawing of them. This was made by the incredibly talented Meru on Instagram. You can find her here. She's amazing. I love her art. She's honestly my favorite illustrator ever. If I could draw like anyone, I would choose to steal her style. It's so great. And this was worth every penny. Like, just look at it. It's beautiful. So yeah, I love it so much. I had made over 150 friendship bracelets, I think. I haven't counted them yet, actually. My plan was to just give them all away, and I did trade a few of them, which was fun. But for the most part, I was just like, take as many as you want, because I don't know what to do with this, and I didn't want to take them back. That bag was a little heavy, okay? I kept a few of my favorites that I had done for myself, and then I gave the rest of them away, and I was able to get rid of all of them. And I'm really proud of myself because I was basically shitting my pants, but I was able to talk to people and give them bracelets and trade some bracelets. So yeah. Can you hear dogs barking outside? Or are they not loud enough? Shut up! Here are the friendship bracelets. About half of these are the ones that I kept for myself, and the other ones are the ones that I traded. If you want to look at all of the bracelets that I made, here they are. Can you hear the dogs barking again? Oh my god! Shut up, please! If you can hear dogs barking, I'm so sorry. You're just gonna have to live with it. Okay, so in order to do this, I have divided the bracelets onto different categories. So, the first category is just Dan and Phil, I guess. We have Dip and Pip bracelets. I made 2 because I really like the way they turned out. Then we have Danny and Philly. These 2 are matching bracelets. I don't know who got them. I don't know if the same person got them or if different people got these 2. If they did, then congratulations, you are now connected forever. Yay! These 2 were actually the first ones that I made. I got my beads and it was like, okay, Dan and Phil, that's it. These are Phil Trash and Dan Trash. I wanted to make Phil Trash number 2, but I didn't have golden numbers, so I just went with Phil Trash, and then I made another one with Dan Trash. We have 2009, because, yeah. We have one with their birthdays, another one with their birth years, another one with their birth years. This one just says Dan and Phil, and this one says Fanny, another Dip and Pip one. This one is purple because I like purple. Another Dip and Pip, and another Dan and Phil. This one says long boys because I just think spelling boys like that is really funny. Okay, so the next category is Dan and Phil, inside jokes / references. We have Don't Cry Craft and Pro Tip, and I made 2 versions, the black one and the white one. We have the Oxbow Lake, which for the longest time I saw people quoting it and I didn't know what it was. Then we have the Massive Pizza Mukbang, which, as we know, is one of the most popular videos that people have on their comfort playlist, including myself. We have one that says dads, because we know that they are our dads. We have Sister Daniel and Father Philip. We have the Slit. We have Kuishi ni kucheka. We have Ribena, our drink of choice. I've actually never had Ribena because they don't sell it in Mexico. We have Draw Feel Naked and Sexy and Screen Dance. I love these 2. I think they're a little cursed, and if you show them to someone without context, they will be like, what the hell is wrong with you? We have Fuck Bang, because when they said that, I was like, oh my god, that sounds so bad. We have the Emo Fringe, we have the Glabella, we have Ladders. I'm really happy that people still know that reference. We have Microwave. I think this is probably my favorite one. I just love it. Actually, Microwave is my notification sound for everything. We have Butter Slam. We have A Festive Day in the Life. We have the Cat Whiskers. We have Fanfiction, written with a PH. We have these 2 that match. We have the Punk Edits and the Pastel Edits. These are still some of my favorite videos of them ever. We have Easter baking, and we have Halloween baking. We have what Dan and Phil text each other. We have Phil is Not on Fire. I really like the way that the colors turned out on this one. We have Slime and Sadness for their baking video of 2023. And that's it. For the next category, I have gaming channel references. So we have All or Nothing. We have the Houters. It Takes Two, which honestly, I don't know why people are so obsessed with that video. I only watched it once, and don't get me wrong, it's a great video, but it's not something that I really want them to make a sequel to. I would rather have a Trombone Part 2 than or what was it called? Trombone Simulator? I don't know. Rather than It Takes Two. We have Heartthrob, which the Heartthrob videos are some of my favorite gaming videos of them. We have Dan vs. Phil. We have just Dan and Phil games. Another one. We have Encholte Zombo. We have Dress to Impress. I actually had to remake this one because I realized that I had missed a couple of beats. I don't know how to spell, I'm sorry. We have NordVPN, Phil's husband. Spooky Week. Lady Door. We have one for Dill Halter and just, The Sims. We have the Owl Slide. We have the Hiatus. Ooh. We have Golf with Friends. We have Flame Susan. Dragon City, the best sponsor of the channel. And finally, Gaming Mass. For the next category, we have references to the tours. So we have The Internet is Here, Danger Man at Work, which, by the way, this is so fun to do. If you've never tried it, you need to try it. It's such a great game to play by yourself when you have no friends. We have The Amazing Tour is Not on Fire, another Amazing Tour is Not on Fire one. We have Doomed. We have a Save the Beast bracelet, which was part of the We're All Doomed tour. We have Friendship bracelets and the Terrible Influence one. I made this one because I heard that people were calling it Titsons instead of Tysons, and I chose the colors because America, baby. We have Tits Out for Dan and Phil, again in purple because I like purple. Another Titsons one, and Tits 2024. We have Tits Out for Dan and Phil, but this time in gold, and Dan and Phil Tit. I actually kept this one because those stars were just so cute, and I was like, I don't want to give this one away. I'm sorry, I kept it. We have the date in which I went, which is November 12th, Dan and Phil Tit, and Dan and Phil Tit 2024 with a bunch of gay hearts. Up next, we have the Dan bracelets. We have the leather shirt, Dystopia Daily with a little upside down smiley face. Cold Beer Hot Women. I love that shirt. I need it in my closet. Then we have, well, what can I say? I'm obsessed with that video. We have The Tall Lesbian, You Will Get Through This Night, #1 New York Times bestseller. We have A Month Without Uploading. It comes back with the tag. Basically, I'm gay. Existential Fear. We're here. We're queer. We're filled with existential fear. Oh my god, that's so hard to pronounce. Holy shit. Hello, Internet. My name is Dan. We have Whisk. And I filled it with yellow smiley faces because I knew that he would hate it if he saw it. And then my humps, my humps, my humps. That's it for Dan, and now we go to the Phil ones. We have the Flit. We have The Future is Bright. Another one with a tiny little rainbow there. We have the Twink Death Crisis. I mean, do you know what genre is? And in another reference to this video, Nu and Llama. Nu? Gnu? Do you literally say it gnu? In Spanish it's new, and it's actually one of the only words in Spanish that starts with the letter ñ. So there you go. We have I Am Bitchless. We have the Flunked Era. We have graduated into Fuckland, which was great because, you know, Phil can say fuck now. We have Buffy because Phil was obsessed with that show. I've actually never seen it, but yeah. And that's it for the Phil ones. Then we have some, shall we say, gay. I made a lesbian one and I loved it so much that I was like, I'm gonna be keeping this one, so I have to make another one to give it away. We have the Formless Bluff from Dan's video, and I made another one because I wanted to keep one. I actually made 2 extra Formless Bluff ones. We have Gays Do Maths, as well as Older and Gayer, as all of us are now. Then we have some fan bracelets. So we have the Ranch Metaphor, we have the Knight of Wands, which, if you know that reference, then you are a true fanny. We have another Ranch Metaphor one, the Wedding Ring, which this is one of my favorite clips, by the way.
This tour,
Hide your hand, they might see it, they might see what's on your finger.
what, the lack of wedding ring?
The wedding thing.
yeah.
We have Amazing Dan, which people are obsessed with that video. We have one that straight up just says fan, so yeah. We have Get a Dog, we have the Japan Wedding Conspiracy, and that's it. Up next we have like vows stuff. So we have Norman the Fish, we have Green Dye, we have Homeowning Homosexuals because they graduated from being box boys. We have Steve. I miss Steve. We have Open Can. We have the Golden Pig, of course. Another Golden Pig. We have the Feel, non-binary child, the Houseplants, and finally, Faust. And for the last category, we have some cursed bracelets. They're not that bad, come on. Okay, so we have Danusi and Philusi. I will not apologize. We have OnlyFans and DanHub. Yeah, we have Phil's 13-inch iPad because a lot of people were making jokes about Phil's 13-incher, and I just I loved it. We have legalized cat boys. We have no, but seriously, imagine it, which is the greatest event in history. Seriously, when they posted that video, my brain chemistry was altered forever, okay? Nothing will ever top it. We have piss. And finally, the fast and the fussy. Hey, that's great. That's a great one to end on. Okay. After editing that and doing the voiceover, I now know how many bracelets there are. As I'm recording this, I do not know yet, but here's the number. My editing self from the future will know the number, so... Wow, that's so many bracelets! My favorite ones that I got when I traded were this one that says Sister Daniel and has this little like star charms, and this one from Félix on Fire, which has little skulls. I love these. I honestly I want to take them off and just put them on another bracelet. I love them so much. And as for the photo cards, no, I did not get the golden pick, but I did get this one, which I believe this is kind of rare, right? I love it. I also got two holographic ones, and these are these are it. I love these two as well, and I love that I got both Dan and Phil. That's so great. As for the other ones, I got these. I wasn't gonna open the cards right then and there, but then it was like, oh my god, what if I get a repeat? And so I opened them quickly and I checked them, and I actually had one repeat. I had this one twice, or maybe this one. I honestly don't remember, but I was like, okay, you have to man up and talk to somebody and ask them to trade you. And so there was this other person who was like setting up all of their photo cards on the floor, organizing them, and I just got close and I was like, hey, are you trading? And they were like, well, I have a couple of repeats, and I was like, oh, could I trade you for this one? And they were like, yeah, sure. And so they had two repeats, and they asked me to choose one of them, and I chose this one. That was another nice interaction. But yeah, I'm really proud of myself for talking to people, because I'm terrible at it. But everyone was just really nice and welcoming. I went in, I saw the pre-show Q&A, and I did leave my question in the fleet, which, by the way, I don't get it. Why fleet? Like, is it like slit, or I don't get the word that is being filified? I don't know if the mailbox has a different name in the UK, or if it is just like slit because we're deranged. So I left my question, and this was actually like the second question that they picked out of the mailbox. And my question started with, could you give some advice to a college student that's about to graduate? And so he started reading it, and he was like, fuck this, no. Like, of course I don't have any advice for you. I will play the clip right here so that you can see that.
Any advice for a college student about to graduate? No. Not from Dan.
How fucking dare you? Okay, that is a personal attack. Phil, do you have any advice for a college graduate?
Any advice for a college graduate?
What should they do with their life, Phil?
What should you do with your life?
Don't go into linguistics, get a real job.
I mean, unless you want to. Linguistics is a lot harder than I thought it would be.
And honestly, like, I should have watched some pre-shows before I went, because I didn't want to get spoiled at all, so I didn't watch anything. And so I didn't know what the vibe was. And the vibe was very much just memes and like deranged stuff and bullying Dan and stuff. So when I was like, could I get some advice for a college student? Of course they were gonna do a joke answer. So that was on me, that was my bad. Because I thought they could just give me like 3 words of wisdom, just a phrase, a sentence, just a sentence to try to get my life together. And I didn't get it. But again, that was on me. That was entirely my fault. Embarrassing a little bit, just internally, because I shouldn't have asked that question. I should have said something else, and I know exactly what I should have said. The thing is, I have my own little feel, and when I got it, I got the idea that, you know, I should put on a little mariachi hat on top, and a little Mexican flag on their little fins, and I should bring it to the show and I should like raise it up so that they could see it. But they didn't acknowledge it. I don't know if they saw it. I don't think so. Maybe they did. I mean, I was like this the entire time. I was like, look at this. Don't look at my face. Just look at my beautiful seal. And they never acknowledged it. And the perfect question that I should have asked was just like, name my field, name the Mexican field. And they would have been like, what the hell, what do you mean? And then I could have been like, here it is. But I didn't do that, and I didn't think of that until afterwards, because again, I didn't see any pre-shows, and the pre-shows don't have spoilers. Even though you're literally about to see the show, like half an hour from now, they still don't spoil it. They still don't spoil anything, which is great. Like, that's great. But I didn't know that. Nobody told me, because I don't have any friends in the fandom, which is something that I'll talk about in a bit. Let's put a pin on that, because I'm gonna go on a rant and you're gonna listen, because you clicked on the video. This is on you. So yeah, but some other people have asked them to name the field, and at some point they were like, every field is called Susan, and I was like, okay, well, this is a Mexican field, so this is gonna be Susana. So may I introduce you to Susana. The Mexican field. I love Susana with all my heart. They are my child. Look at their messed up face. Look at that. That's so crooked. Whoever was in charge of stitching up Susana was just, they were not having a good day, okay? But I love them. I love my deformed child. They're also non-binary, just like Dan and Phil's field. The show happened, and it was just great. It was great. It was really great, honestly. It felt 5 minutes long, I swear. Like, it felt like I was watching a Dan and Phil Games video. But yeah, I have nothing bad to say about it at all. It was perfect. It was great. And also, it was weird, but when I saw them, Dan looked the exact same way he looks in the videos. Like, I saw him, and he didn't look 3D, he just looked like I was watching a Dan and Phil video. I saw him and I was like, are you real? But when I saw Phil, I was like, holy shit, Phil is real! I can't believe it, he's real! He's standing right here in front of me! So for most of the show, I was looking at Phil because I was like, oh my god, he's actually here. And then I would just look at Dan, and I was like, why is Dan a screen? Why am I watching a screen right now? And I don't know why that happened. That was so weird. But the entire show, I had that feeling. So most of the time I was just looking at Phil, except for when Sister Daniel was on screen. Then my eyes were on Dan. It is now January 27th, 2025, so it's been over 2 months since I went. I was procrastinating a lot, I am sorry, but I finally got around to it. Also, at the time of recording, they have basically already announced that they're gonna release a recording of Terrible Influence Tour. I don't know if they're gonna do like a live event that you have to pay for, like when Dan did that with his tour, or if they're just gonna release it on YouTube like that. But yeah, basically everyone is gonna be able to see it really soon. And I'm really excited about it because I really want to watch it again. The entire show is basically like a Dan and Phil video, which is their intent. That's what they do the tours for, because they want to bring the entertainment that they already do to like a live audience. So yeah, it felt exactly like watching a Dan and Phil video. It was really great. And so yeah, that was basically it. And I left the theater feeling really happy, but also with some other feelings that I'm gonna talk about now. So I guess we're taking the paint off the wall now. So here's the thing, even though everyone was really nice and I felt very comfortable while I was in the lobby and inside the theater and stuff, I did not make any connections with anyone, you know? I didn't make any friends out of the experience, which I had kind of been hyping myself up for, and it just didn't happen. And not because I'm an introvert or anything like that, but because I just felt really disconnected from everyone. Because all of these people gathered here, like, they had a lot of things in common. They lived in the same place and they spoke English and they could connect. And I couldn't do that on that level. Like, if some people made friendships out of the tour, they can just be like, oh, do you wanna go out next week? And they can just get together for like gay breakfast or something. And I was never gonna be able to do that. And that kind of dawned on me while I was there watching the show. I was like, I'm never gonna see these people again. So it was just that weird combination of feelings. Yeah, it's like the girlies, the gays, the goths, and the geeks. But when you're just watching someone online, everyone is online and you just see everyone through comments and tweets and stuff. But then actually meeting them in real life, I was like, I am not part of this community. And that felt strange. I don't know how people make friends on Twitter so easily. When they announced the tour and I decided to get my tickets, I was like, I'm gonna be active and I'm gonna try to first get informed about the things that I had to do, how early to get to the show, the venue, blah blah blah. But then I was also like, I want to try and make some friends. And like, I got into a group chat on Twitter with other people who are going to the same show as me. And I still wasn't able to make any friends from there. There was also the Discord for the Dan and Phil fan community, and there was a channel, are they called channels? For people who were going to that show. And I couldn't just connect with someone and make a friend, and it sucked. I did find one person on Instagram who was like, oh, I'm going to the same show as you. And I was like, oh, that's cool, yeah. But then the conversation kind of ended there, and I just didn't connect with them, and then they didn't respond to me anymore, so we didn't meet up or anything. I also tried talking to the people sitting next to me, and they were those people, I don't really blame them. I think they were just really shy, so that didn't come to anything. The people in the lobby, for example, the person that I traded the cards with, we traded cards and then they picked up the cards and they left. Or the person that I signed the book for, I signed their book and then they left, and they went to some other people so that they could sign their book. I saw some people in the Twitter group chat after the show and they were like, if you wanna come hang out at my hotel room, like, you're totally invited. And I was like, I can't do that. I'm not gonna make my uncle drive me to some random hotel and then pick me up again. They were already picking me up from the show. And I was like, I don't belong here. That was just the feeling the entire time. There was also just the barrier language. And that's the thing. I know that there are fans in Mexico. I know that there are fans in my city. I know it. But we can't find each other because we're all speaking English in the Dan and Phil community, because they speak English, so their fans have to speak English in order to understand them. So everyone interacts in English. So people from all over the world are watching them. So I can never tell if we could be, close geographically. And it sucks. And I know there are people here because they were going to come in 2018. So, the promoter was like, okay, you have enough fans in Mexico to justify going there for the tour, right? And in the end it was cancelled, but if there were enough fans in 2018, don't tell me that there aren't any fans anymore in 2024. Well, 2025 now. So I ask you, ¿dónde están? Fanis de México, fanis de Guadalajara, ¿dónde están? Salgan, por favor. Quiero tener amistades que les guste Dan y Phil. And here in my city, I live in a pretty big city, okay? And there are fan conventions for other things. So they make anime conventions, they make K-pop conventions. The fandom space is big because the city is big, but Dan and Phil is still not as massive as the entirety of K-pop or the entirety of anime. So of course they're not gonna make a con just for Dan and Phil. So where am I supposed to meet the fans? Because I have met K-pop fans, and I have met other Star Wars fans. I have met other My Chemical Romance fans, because that's more mainstream, I guess. At least here in Mexico, Dan and Phil are not exactly mainstream. They're not like a property that is as well known as a movie or as music or as a TV show. There is still YouTubers, and YouTubers are still not quite as culturally relevant, I guess that's the word I would use, as other pieces of media and other personalities. There are just like a few YouTubers that people have heard of, and they're all Spanish-speaking YouTubers. They're not necessarily from Mexico, they can be from Latin America or from Spain even, but English-speaking YouTubers, they're just not in the public consciousness. Because, again, there's the language barrier. There's a lot of people that don't speak English. This whole thing also added like a layer of urgency to when I was like trading photo cards and trading my bracelets, because I was like, this is my one chance. If I don't trade these photo cards right now, I am literally never gonna be able to trade them. Because when else am I gonna meet people who get the photo cards? Like, if I keep making more Dan and Phil bracelets, who am I gonna give them to? Who am I gonna trade with? I've never met another fan again. Oh my god. And here's another thing. Like, usually they put the leftover merch from their tours on the website so that you can buy them, right? Well, they don't ship to Mexico. I have tried buying stuff from them and it doesn't get here. I wanted to get the calendar, I wanted to get the Dan and Phil and the Tiny Horse calendar, and also the cat calendar, and I couldn't. Like, even if I wanted to, I would have had to have it shipped to like my uncle's house, and then if he ever came to visit, then I would have to ask him to bring it to me. But if it's a calendar, then it kinda has to arrive at a certain date in order for me to use it. So yeah, I don't know. This is a feeling that I only found out that I had after I saw them live. I don't think I would have experienced quite this level of disconnectedness from every other fan if I didn't see them live. So again, like, if you're watching this and you're from Mexico and you like Dan and Phil, hi, please be my friend. I want to talk about Dan and Phil with someone. Where are you guys? Si eres de Guadalajara y quieres pulseras de Dan y Phil, te doy todas las que quieras. Son gratis. ¿Dónde nos vemos? The show itself was incredible. Like, it was worth every penny. It was worth the money. It was worth the travel time. It was worth the energy, the social energy and the physical energy and the lack of sleep. It was 100% worth it, and I had a great time. And I also had a really nice time in Washington. I really wish to come back soon, and I'll talk about it on another video. And yeah, that was basically my experience seeing Dan and Phil. I hope that everyone can see it when it comes out on YouTube, because it was amazing. I want to watch it 30 times once it comes out. But yeah, I think that's it. I have nothing else to say. Again, if you're not Mariana, thanks for watching. Subscribe for more. And if no one's watching this video, then hola Mariana, te quiero mucho. Also, I will make more videos in English because I want to practice my English. Because again, I never speak English. That's basically it, that's all I have to say. And to end the video, I will leave you with a compilation of my favorite Dan and Phil vocal stems, because I found out that some people just like listening to little bits of audio from their videos and they just repeat it because it's satisfying. And I was like, oh my god, I have so many of those moments. I rewatch their videos constantly. Like, I'm watching their videos every day while I do the laundry, while I'm washing my teeth, while I'm doing homework, anytime, any place, I am watching their videos. So I was like, I have so many stems that I love listening to again and again. And so I wrote them down and I downloaded them all, and so here are my favorite Dan and Phil vocal stems.
Actually, what was that?
This is blue, Dan. This is the colour blue.
Can you concentrate slightly on the job at hand?
Dan.
Phil.
Did your son take it? Did your son take it?
Do nothing willy-nilly.
There's no willy.
Silly Philly.
What did I say? Oppenheimer. But then it really irks me if offhandedly. Dan, go. Here's the...
It was glue.
Oh no.
Last! Last!
I've done a jaggy. Oh no.
Oh, I don't like that at all. Make me.
Fuck you. Not bloody surprised.
Oh my god.
I think this is...
Oh my
Okay,
god.
alright.
This looks so good.
Oh my god.
That doesn't matter what I was talking
Jake.
about. First of all, fuck you.
What, the lack of wedding ring? Don't cut my ears off.
They started shouting at you. What are you on about? Where have you been? Yes.
Oh my god.
I don't think this suits me.
Why does it look so good?
Does it?
There we go. You ate glue.
Ooh.
You eat ass. You eat brains. You sniff gas.
Did you miss the memo? That was surprisingly beautiful.
Does this come off?
I don't know. We've not tested
Do
it.
we have makeup wipes?
No. Whisker. Whisker? Whisker.
Cheetah, cheetah, cheetah. No, no, no. Drink. Drink now.
I hope you enjoyed that. A lot of them are from the I tried to give that a haircut video. That's definitely the video that I've rewatched the most. That video got me through the entire pandemic, I swear to God. Ahora sí creo que eso es todo. Supongo que ahora me voy a despedir como Phil. Goodbye. Editar esto va a ser una monserga.